Today we will do questions from SBI Clerk reasoning questions from 2023. Today we'll do a coding decoding questions. In this type of questions, uh, the first thing that we do is form uh, a table of word and the code that specific word corresponds to. We'll make a table for that. How do you make a table for that? We'll go one by one, starting from the first sentence. We'll see flower is my first word. Can I find flower in any other sentence? Yes, in the third sentence I have flower. So, is there any other word common between the first and third sentence? Spring, winter season is blooming. So, no, there are no other word common between the first and the third. Between the first and the third sentence. That means flower is the my only common word. That means the common code between first code and the second code will be the code for my flower. Make sense? Let's find out what is the common between these two codes. I can see GT. GT is present over here also. GT is present over here also. That means flower is done and flower corresponds to GT. Flower corresponds to GT. I can see blooming is present in the two sentences, first and second sentence, and no other word between first and second sentences are common between each other. So let's see what is the common code between first and the second code. I can say KZ is the common one. That means blooming corresponds to KZ. Blooming corresponds to KZ. Corresponds to KZ. Which leaves us that is my only remaining word and SJ is my only remaining word. That means is SJ is also done, SJ is also done. So we have successfully decoded the full complete first sentence. Let's move on. I can see spring is present in the second sentence and the third sentence as well. And no other word is common among them. So uh, since no other word is common among them, that means there will be only one code that is common between these two codes. Spring QA. I can see that QA is common in both these codes. That means spring corresponds to QA. Spring corresponds to QA. So spring is done. The second sentence, blooming is done. Spring is done. Only during is left, and only one code is left, HV. That means during is HV. That means during is HV. If during is HV, during is also present in my fourth sentence. During HV, it's done. Okay. I can see now winter. Winter is present in both my sentences, third and fourth. In third and fourth, what is the common? PX. PX is common in both third and fourth code. That means winter corresponds to PX. Winter corresponds to PX. Okay. In my third sentence, only one word is remaining, season, and only one code is left, LX. That means season is LX. Season is LX. And we have completed all the words and all the codes except for rain and fall, and we have two remaining codes, QV and IT. So these two can be either of them. We cannot determine. Rain and fall can be either QV or IT. Any one of them can be any of it. We do not know that for certainty. Now let's see the question. What is the code for flower? Flower GT. What is the code for blooming spring? Blooming is KZ and spring is QA. KZ QA. KZ QA. In the given code language, what does LX stand for? LX stand for season. LX stand for season. Done. What is the code for season is during? Season is during. Season is LX, is SJ, and during is HV. During is HV. So LX, SJ, HV. LX, SJ, HV. Option A. And last question, what may be the code for rain in the given language? In the given language, rain code can be either QV or IT. So we do not have QV in my option, but we do have IT. All other code mentioned in the option are taken by some other word. So cannot be, cannot be, cannot be, cannot be. It can is the only possibility that can be for rain. Hence, it is my answer. So this is how you do solve this type of questions. And in the examination, to save time, uh, what you can do is start with the questions from the first. You may not be able to complete the full table. Even if you're not able to complete the full table, there would be 2 to 3 questions that you can directly answer from just by seeing the sentences and their respective codes uh, by mentally seeing in your mind that which word is common in which 2 sentences and which their corresponding codes which can be, by figuring out which code is common in between which 2 codes. By that also you can do at least 1 to 2 questions. uh, if time is less time is remaining in the examination, you can do like that. At least attempt 2 3 questions can be solved directly like that. Or even for questions like blooming spring, blooming, if we have found that blooming is, if you know one of the codes, we can eliminate the options. Blooming is, let's say for Z we have found KZ and we do not know the code for spring yet. So we'll just skim through the options and discard the options which do not have the word KZ. For example, the first option do not contain the code KZ. It won't be my answer. It won't be my answer. So my answer would be B or D. Chances are it would be B because it would be B only because KZ is my first corresponding to the first word blooming. So hence here also KZ would be my first word KZ. So hence B would be my answer. So like that, even if you're not able to find the code for all the words, even if you find 1 or 2 codes or codes for the words, then also you can eliminate the couple of options and come to the right answer by seeing the order of the words and their respective codes. For example, blooming is my first word and its code is KZ. uh, Even between the 2 options that I'm confused contains KZ, KZ is first only in my option B, hence this will be my answer. This you also you can skim through the options.